For those who study 3 chapters of Rambam daily, in yesterday's Rambam, there's a section that is quite famous from the Talmud. Anyone who studies Talmud, begins to study Talmud would have studied this Mishnah, this law, Baba Metzia, which is Shnayim Echsavatalas. If 2 people come to the court and they're both holding a garment and each one says that it's mine, it's all mine, then the law is you divide it. If you can't prove one or the other, you divide it in half. What's if one says it's all mine and one says it's half mine? Then the one who says it's all mine gets 3/4 and one says half mine gets 1/4. Why? Because they both agree half belongs to one, so they're fighting over the other half, so you divide it in half. Now, the commentators, starting from the Tosfos and others, ask the following question. There's a principle in Jewish jurisprudence which is called migoi. Migoi means like this. If I give you a weaker argument, but I could have given you a stronger argument, so believe my weaker argument, because if I was a liar, I would do the stronger argument. In this case, believe me when I say it's half mine, because if I was a liar, I would say it's all mine. So why don't you just believe me when I say it's half mine? Yeah, I look like I'm a nice guy. I'm saying the truth, because if I wanted to lie, I would say it's all mine. One of the answers given by the Nimuki Yosef, one of the commentators, is this. We don't say that unless to give either argument would be as easy as the other. But psychologically, it's not easy to say it's all mine when it's not yours at all, but much easier to say half mine when it's not yours. That's human nature. If it's not yours, it's easier to say it's half mine. I'm nice, I'm letting him have half. Than to say it's all mine, to be like it's all mine when it's not yours at all. That you wouldn't do. So it's not so you don't say, oh, believe me, it's half mine, because if I was a liar, I would say it's all mine, because all mine is much harder for someone to have the chutzpah to say it's all mine when it's not yours, but you'll say half mine when it's not mine. I think this law is very relevant to what we're going through today. And to what the Rebbe said in regards to Israel. The Rebbe said that even talking about giving up parts of Eretz Yisrael endangers Jews all over the world. Why? What connection is there? And then my answer to that is this law, which means as follows. I once saw this debate between some young Israelis and young Arabs. There was like 2000 when there was the discussion of giving up, 98% of the Judea and Samaria for a state, Palestinian state, time of Ehud Barak and Bill Clinton. And I saw this town hall on CNN, a little clip, where the Israelis are saying, we're ready to give you 98%. Says, what do you mean 98%? It's all ours. And it's a sense that the audience were more in concert with the Arabs who are saying it's all mine, and the Israelis are saying we're ready to give you 98%. Why is that? For this reason. If they say it's all mine, if they say river to the sea, and we say we're ready to give up land, no one gives it up if it's yours. That's the way human beings think. So if you're saying it's half mine, which is basically what the idea of giving up land is, it's not all ours, it's half mine, and they're saying it's all mine, so people believe that they're right. And if they're right, then we're thieves. And if we're thieves, you deserve everything coming to you. And that's why it's a danger for Jews all over the world. Think about it. I think this explains the Rebbe's position, which unfortunately we felt on our own skin here in Sydney, and we felt it all over the world. The fact that the position, the concept that Jews are thieves in the land of Israel makes it okay for attacks against Jews all over the world. Unfortunately, that is the reality in the other people's minds. Because even if a vigilante in a court of law might be guilty, in a court of public opinion, he's a hero. So I think this is something you have to think about a lot. Our leaders in Israel must think about a lot. We have to say the truth, which Eretz Yisrael belongs to the Jewish people, based on the fact that God gifted it to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. He promised them, to your children, I will give this land. That's why we're there. It's ours, period. And no, we're not giving any of it up. It belongs to us. We're going to remain here. You could remain here in peace if you want. If you want to be in peace, you can remain here. If you don't want to be in peace, then you can go one way or another. But you could only be here in peace because we're not giving anything of it up. That's the best antidote to the dangers that Jews all over the world find themselves in.